Hi, happy January 30th. We are in Aquarius season fixed air, and January 30th is today, the day of the take charge. Those commanding personalities born on January 30th are born to lead. They have a great talent for guiding, entertaining, teaching, explaining, and in general making their ideas clear to others. It is most often these communication skills that lend them the power to head families, businesses, or civic organizations, and indeed their inspirational quotient is very high. Rarely dictatorial in their outlook, those born in this day are happiest when they are building something from scratch, getting in there on the ground floor, and directing the project from first go. When required by life to administer to existing structures, their impulse is to often scrap them and start all over again, thereby giving their undeniably personal stamp to the new version. January 30th people pride themselves on having very good judgment. Consequently, when crises arise, they are in the element. Much of their life may be seen to them as necessary preparation for decisive acts to come, roles they will one day assume. Consequently, they do not recognize failure as anything more than a temporary setback, and ultimately as an important lesson to be learned. Somewhat ruthless, these individuals will let very few things stand in their way, so convinced are they of their moral correctness. Unfortunately, some of their behavior can be quite questionable, particularly when viewed from the tail end of hindsight. Not uncommonly, January 30th people are very much concerned with their image and will sometimes sacrifice their ethical principles to come out smelling like a rose rather than a fish. Highly persuasive individuals, January 30th people are not above bending the truth a bit to accomplish their purposes. They do this in a very easy fashion, which does not invite undue suspicion. However, behind the scenes, they may be engaged in some very fancy footwork in order to keep their social balance. Most often, the justification for their actions is that they are acting for the good of the individual, family, or social group concerned. This may be generally true, but a bit dishonest when in some cases it is their very own personal ambitions that are true to their motivations. January 30th people are most often very practical and astute financially, but do not suffer from a mercenary image. In fact, they may be seen as idealists. The image aids them in money matters, for they arouse less antagonism and jealousy. Thus, in these as well as in other important areas of life, they play the cards close to their chest. Trust is vital to January 30th people, as they cannot operate without it. They should try to justify that trust as much as possible. Others often come to believe in them so deeply that great damage can be done if those born in this day do not come through. Those born on the 30th of the month are ruled by the number 3. 3 plus 0 equals 3, and by the planet Jupiter. Those ruled by the number 3 generally seek to rise to the highest positions within their sphere, and, as already mentioned, January 30th people are often driven toward high levels of achievement in their search for success. As Uranus rules Aquarius, a Jupiter-Uranus combination results for January 30th people, indicating that they tend to do things in a grand and sometimes idealistic manner. Because those ruled by the number 3 are characterized by a love of independence, January 30th people generally do best working on their own without too many external rules and limits placed on them. Tarot. The third card of the major arcana is the Empress, symbolizing creative intelligence. She is the perfect woman, the ultra-feminine Mother Earth nurturer who embodies our dreams, hopes, and aspirations. This card represents positive traits of charm, grace, and unconditional love, but also negative traits of vanity and affectation, as well as intolerance for imperfection. Health. Those born on January 30th may experience difficulties with their circulatory system and with their lower limbs. Paying more mind to their health is important, since they tend to ignore what is wrong with them. As January 30th people are highly active, they may have to find time for rest periods, particularly with advancing age. Afternoon naps may be suitable for them. As far as diet is concerned, consumption of red meat and alcohol should be controlled particularly, so that aggressive impulses are not heightened or aggravated. For physical exercise, moderate walking, jogging, or swimming is recommended. January 30th, the day of the take charge. Your advice. Be more transparent. Image is not everything. Let people know what you really think and want. Learn to share in a deep sense. Focus on your personal relationships. Your meditation. Keeping one's eye on the goal does not preclude enjoying the surroundings. Your weaknesses. Calculating, hardened. Your strengths. Astute, organized, socially conscious. January 30th, the day of the take charge. Happy birthday to you, Aquarius. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, take care. Bye. See ya.